Welcome back, class to High Caliber. I'm your guide, Matt, and we're playing Dragon Age role-playing game. And, I think we might almost be done putting this session out of its misery. What do you guys think?
I was actually relieved, and my ego and pride were both salved when I saw that everyone else on the comments had no clue either.
Yeah, there was one guy who eventually came to the same conclusion I did.
But what does that say about the overall, what's the word I want, intelligence of your viewers, Arp?
Good things.
Very good things.
Nothing but good
Of course.
things.
Great
Please
minds
post
think
about
alike.
your intelligence in the comment section below. Are you part of Mensa? Let us know.
So our GM is Jared, as usual. And we've also got with us Steven Siddall. We've got FeralKnights and the other Matt. And Mike could not join us tonight.
He's too busy stargazing.
He's furthering his career or some crap like that.
Do you
Lame.
like to stargaze?
What's your favorite North Star? Post in the comments below.
Or depending on where you are, perhaps something in the south.
Oh, getting naughty.
So it's quite possible that with the absence of Roland, everyone might die.
A fitting end.
It would be kind of funny.
Sure it is.
So, okay, so when we last left off, you guys were trying to track down Blacktail.
We were in the middle
supervillain.
of Evil Dead, weren't we?
Pardon?
We were in the middle of Evil Dead, weren't we?
You had wandered into the Brazilian, like deeper into the Brazilian forest, into the real old growth forest, and you were beginning to get the impression that the forest does not want you in it.
No. Yeah.
But
And unfortunately, the deeper you go into the woods, the more detrimental the effects it seems to have on Arresta's brain.
Should we take a moment to take a breather here, because we've been running for hours and hours and hours.
Literally 2 days straight.
It seems that way sometimes.
Well, you
No, I
guys
think it was.
you didn't sleep,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did not sleep.
so you're all at -2 to all tests.
And that's a bad thing.
I vote we step out of the evil forest and have a nap.
I don't think we can get out of the forest that easily.
You're not
Yes,
actually
we can.
sure. You have gone sufficiently far into the forest now that you are not sure which way leads you out.
Good thing we've got dogs and the B team.
Yes.
They're marginally more efficient than dogs at some things,
like talking?
like talking.
That's an important skill.
It's the only
But
skill
you
they
guys might
have
be
that
able
the
to set up
dogs
camp
don't.
for a bit.
Alright,
Might
camp
be
is
able to
made.
set up camp, do some rest, but that might give the Blacktail a larger head start.
He already has one.
He certainly does.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're just running ourselves ragged for no reason. I think it would
That's
be
true.
more beneficial for us to take a bit of a break and rest, so that by the time we eventually maybe catch up with him, we're not the Walking Dead.
All right. Well, you guys all have camping gear, right?
We do.
I'm sure Roland didn't. Because Mike.
Yes, I will pitch a tent.
We're all pitching
And then
tents.
you'll put the tent up.
I don't understand what you're suggesting there.
It could go in either order.
Alright, I'm going to roll to see if I can use my flint and steel to make a fire.
There, I set up my tent.
Okay, it wouldn't actually be dexterity.
Strength? Is it strength?
No.
It's clearly cunning.
Probably is.
Because, to bang steel against a piece of flint, you need to be smart.
Probably willpower to not be afraid of the sparks.
That's what I'm going to need to roll if you set that fire near me.
They don't really have a survival focus, do they? It would be cunning in that case.
Well, I just set myself on fire.
No, it's very easy. You were able to build a fire.
But since you rolled a 1 on the dragon die, you do it really poorly.
It's just not a very good fire.
Amik does not wet his pants or run away screaming. It's close, though.
Is that because he was burned as a child by his older brother?
No.
He's not the Hound.
Isn't he?
No.
If you think he's the Hound...
No, it's so much worse than that.
So anyway.
Yeah, so we're taking
Alright, so you guys set up camp. It's kind of in the middle of the day.
We're
So
so
I'm not
lazy.
sure what you're doing with the fire, but you've got one.
Just cooking stuff.
Yeah, I've got a dead rabbit.
Amik's wearing his sleeping mask. Like an old man.
What is that, a halo? Oh, you're drawing a fire.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It might not be.
So you
I
guys
learned
set
how
up
to
camp.
draw once.
Are you just all gonna turn in and go to sleep?
That
Probably-
would probably be a bad idea considering the things in this forest.
Yes, the forest doesn't like our presence, so we must be wary.
So Roland is clearly on watch this entire time, and he gets no rest.
We're just taking a breather.
Well, we'll get some. I guess we'll get some rest, but I mean, I guess Roland can cycle watches with the B team. Maybe they're more rested than we are.
They're not.
Good.
Well,
They've
they're
been
less
walking
important,
along
so that's
with you
okay.
the whole time.
All right, we'll just make Prift do it. Prift and Roland.
Okay, how long are you guys resting for?
6 hours should be fine, yeah.
How long do we need to rest to mitigate
6 to 8
that?
hours and you'd be okay.
I guess 6 hours it is then.
Alright. Okay, so you guys are...
I didn't. I put in 6 there.
Nah, whatever.
I don't think it cares. You guys are resting for 8 hours.
Oh, so
So
we're
it says.
okay to rest? We're not going to get suddenly ambushed and presumably tree raped?
We're
I don't
hoping
know.
not.
Alright,
Well, time to hit the old dusty trail.
Alright, Kenneth, can you roll me a perception hearing check, please?
We'll roll you a perception check.
Actually, I guess Niram does have his...
Nice
mighty-
work.
Oh!
Actually, yeah, okay, let's get perception hearing checks from everybody. Thank
Well, I
goodness
have to get
Niram
my-
actually has that focus.
I have to get my crap roll out of the way immediately.
Amik has earplugs in along with his sleeping mask.
As you guys are... As you're like, it's about 7 hours, almost 8 hours later. You guys have been sleeping pretty heavily. And Aresta and Niram, you are awakened by the sound of the dogs growling and barking.
I'm sure it's nothing.
They go back to sleep.
No, Niram is quite alarmed. He doesn't really show it because he's Quinari, but He's pretty alarmed.
Well, you're in your tent, so
Right. So I guess the
nobody can see you anyway. He needs a big tent too because he's like.
It's a 3-person tent. I like your new hat, Aresta.
It's a crown.
Crown of Embers.
In any case, I suppose I'll check outside the tent.
Okay. As Aresta, are you checking outside your tent?
Yes.
All right. As you guys poke your head out, can I get another round of perception checks from you two, seeing if either of you have the focus? All right. Well, it's pretty easy, so I think even Niram gets that one. The first thing you notice is there's a low fog everywhere. Like just about 3 inches off the ground. It's just swathed in this grayish mist. The dogs are barking. The fire is still going. And there doesn't seem to be anyone outside the tents.
Our guard has disappeared.
Like you see Amek's tent, and you can hear him snoring. And you can see Kana's tent. And you can sort of see her shifting around inside as she like rolls over in her sleep. But then you see like the other tents like Prift and Hawk and Shadow's tent and Roland's tent. And they're all just kinda they have a feeling of emptiness about them. And there's nobody on guard. And the dogs are barking.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's not good.
I concur.
You should wake us up.
Yeah, we'll wake the other two up.
No, I actually suggest we run and leave them.
Well, you can do that. I will take the moment to wake up our compatriots.
All right, you do that while I continue to watch the fog. It's gonna be that bard at this rate, I'm telling you.
Bard?
On the next town over.
No.
M. Night.
So anyway.
M. Night Shyamalan, the award-winning bard.
You're just gonna come out of the mists.
Oh my god.
Just remember when you deciding who to kill first, I didn't say it.
He's going to become a recurring villain, just you watch. You destroyed my career. Now I'll destroy you.
So Zenive. So you wake up Amek first?
Yes.
Amek,
mages.
you're awakened by a hulking Kunari.
Amek takes this remarkably well.
Hey, look, he pitched a tent.
Yeah, it's cold. Like colder than it should be.
It's cold out, guys. Or am I just old? I can't tell anymore.
Wait, did you say the fire was still going?
The fire is going.
And it's still cold?
It's still cold.
Alarming.
There's something unnatural about it.
Hoo-hoo.
Are you waking up Kana? Or just leaving the elf sleeping in her tent?
Amek is going to begin summoning his spell wisp.
Aresta will throw things at the elf.
Ah, dick!
Oh yeah, magic stunts on my spell wisp roll.
Nice.
Absolutely no use to me.
But yes, I'm awakening Candace as well. Of course I'm waking her.
You could reduce the cost of summoning it.
Could I? Oh, I could, yes.
Yeah,
By
you can
1 point.
Spend 2 points to reduce the cost by 1.
Alright. That's not stacking, is it?
No, you can only do it once.
I'll
Or,
take
you
it.
know, if you're feeling worried, no, it would reduce the cost to 2, not to 1. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, it's regaining
mind.
1.
Shh, math. No. And you could cast Mana Shield, which would last until the beginning of your next turn.
Well, I'll do that then.
You know, just in case something bad happens.
Yeah,
Not that
Samek.
there's any guarantee
Speaking
something
of
bad's
which,
gonna happen.
can I get another round of perception checks from everybody?
Focus?
Hearing or seeing, if you have either of them.
Dang.
Fuck your specializations.
Amek grabs his staff and spins it in front of him, creating a shimmering green shield of light.
Ooh.
And then he erects a monoshield?
That's the one. The shimmering green light travels backwards and envelops his body like saran wrap. It's awesome. It's also vaguely discomfiting, because, you know, he looks like he might be suffocating. But he's not.
Okay. So, none of you are really caught quite by surprise. When a tree comes to life and starts attacking you. Roll initiatives.
I beg to differ about that.
No, I've been here before.
Nice initiative roll. It's okay. I mean, if I go last, at least I can heal people at the end of a round.
Your favorite activity.
I know. I'm not even taking a heal spell on my character for the next game.
What next game?
Wink.
What next time? Get ready to bleep it.
Wink.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Holy crap,
Good,
21
that'll be
initiative?
more fun, then.
I don't mess around.
She has focus.
That
Yeah.
too.
They don't seem to be in order in my initiative box here.
Yeah, it's good, sort of.
Okay. It's the first time I've had the initiative box up for the viewers.
Alright, so Kenneth, you are... It's your initiative. You clearly see as one of the trees begins to animate. It has a roughly humanish kind of sort of form. It creaks as it moves, but there's it seems deceptively slow. Like you can tell that it's not as slow as it seems like it should be.
Mm-hmm. Well, considering it's a tree, it should not be moving at all, so any speed is somewhat surprising.
And it has kind of a face on it. Very sort of primitive face.
I think the most prudent decision would be to shoot it in that face.
Okay, so you're going to attack it?
Check to see if there are any large glowing, weak points sticking out of it anywhere.
No.
No? Okay.
It's okay. I'm standing next to a fire. We're good.
Only the
So,
fact that we're
yes.
being attacked by a tree is more alarming than the fire to Amek.
You hit. Okay. Canaan's arrow launches through the air at the Sylvan and sticks out of the thing's face, but its tough, barky exterior, since it is in fact an animate tree, resists a good portion of the damage.
Trees.
And I'm guessing you're reloading with your miner.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Near him, you're up.
Well, since I have quick reflexes, I can go ahead and just draw my sword.
Yes, you can.
For free.
I'm assuming that you guys, because of the way you woke up, you're probably like, weapons nearby, haha.
Yeah, probably.
You probably slept in your armor, so it wasn't a super restful sleep, but...
It was something.
I've always got my weapon nearby. If not my staff, then at least my wand.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I wouldn't expect you to.
Alright, sorry, I was pulling up the reference sheet so I can see what's going on. Yeah, I can't charge it, so I'm just gonna move up and try to whack it.
Okay.
Are we still taking penalties from...
You're not taking any penalties now.
No.
You're rested.
Whoosh.
You hit and generate 5 stun points.
Shazam!
Let's see what I can do with that.
You go, girl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's too far.
Mm-mm.
Alright, I will...
Should knock it prone.
I was actually gonna do that, yeah. Knock it prone and lightning attack.
Alright.
So, yeah, prone, then I'll roll damage.
Timber.
Okay.
And then another attack with a +1 bonus to the prone.
Carves into it. Bark and wood chip away at the slash of... Ooh. Yep, you hit again.
Quinari war cries going up.
Niram Stark's secret is that he's actually part of the Lumberjack cast.
So Niram manages, somehow, despite the enormity of this thing, knocks it down. I mean, it's a good 20 feet tall at least.
Spindly
Just that
legs.
good.
I have
Knocks
horns
it
for a
down.
reason, man.
And then hacks away at it. It roars in fury. And then it goes.
Confession, I read it as Wild Savari first. I think I've been playing a little bit too much of the game, yeah.
Alright, so it gets up.
Gets up and
And
gets
as
down.
part of that, it moves. But it can only move 1 square. Then the Sylvan turns around and with its enormous, clawed hands, it slashes at Niram.
Bring it.
I think it hits you.
Bring it.
Yeah, it hits him. It does not generate any stun points, luckily for all of you.
Good lord, it has
However-
a +11 attack bonus?
Yes. However, unluckily for Niram,
That's pretty unlucky.
it hits pretty
Oh
hard.
my. Oh my.
Brutally claws at him, and despite the fact that the claws are made out of hardened bark, they actually, carve through his armor.
Ironwood!
Oresta.
Yes.
What's Cunlad
What's your
for I'm alarmed?
Probably a series of clicks and whistles.
He's not Gand.
Mm. Oh,
Or
is that what
dolphin.
we're doing next?
We'll see.
So anyway,
So anyway, is there any kind of bonus to putting the arrow I'm knocking into the fire?
there might be.
That's what I was thinking about too.
It's gonna be very special when it hits Kenneth in the back.
There might be.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
what
it's
I'm
a
gonna
tree,
do.
It's made out of wood.
It sure is.
It's not
That's
like
not
your
all
mage
that's
is going
made
to set
out
it
of
on
wood.
fire. Ooh.
But yes, I'm going to use my short bow dip it into the flames, it will somehow catch
Okay, so the
fire
bow's
very
now on fire.
fast.
Ah,
Yes.
it doesn't work that way.
Yeah. And then he's gonna throw the bow.
Alright, so you make an impromptu fire arrow.
Yes.
Ebola.
I think I heard Ashley laughing at that one.
You did. So I'll do my normal attack roll.
Yeah, normal attack. You hit, and you generate 2 stunt points. Now, let me tell
Oh
you
my God.
something. There's a special stunt that you can use. It costs 2 stunt points. The stunt point is called Ignite.
Do you set it on fire?
Yes.
Oh my God, set it on fire.
Wait, how can I not?
There's no
Alright,
way you
so
can not.
first off, first roll the damage for your short bow. Okay, so
Didn't he get a longbow?
he's using a short bow.
Okay.
I think I did, but I forgot about it.
So, okay, so only 3 points gets through from the actual arrow itself. However, because the arrow is on fire, roll 1d6.
Damn!
Okay,
Damn.
it takes 6 penetrating damage. And then are you using the Ignite stunt?
Yes.
Okay. Roll another 1d6.
Oh!
Okay. So, Oresta's impromptu flaming arrow strikes the Sylvan, and it just kind of glances off instead of actually like really biting into that hard armor. But the rather flammable Sylvan catches on fire and continues to burn.
Great.
Now it's very angry.
Yeah, I look forward to it setting Kenneth on fire.
So it
There will be
bellows
no burning
furiously
elves.
as the flames start to spread. I mean, the fire on it is spreading. Emek.
It's like a wooden Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
There is way too much fire around here for Amek's comfort. Like way too much right now. So he's going to move a bit as a minor action.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
just real quick, Jared, since you say these things are huge, you should totally make its token like large.
Yeah, but it doesn't actually take up more space.
Uh,
There's no actual rules for that.
but just for like, you know.
You set it to massive.
Okay, it's really big. See,
See, there you go. Now it's
So
like dramatic.
Damn!
it just suddenly got way bigger.
It grew in rage.
Fire makes it bigger.
That works for everything.
Alright, so
Okay,
Amek
so you moved.
sort of stumbles over here,
Yeah.
looking a little bit wild-eyed.
Okay.
And because he's just kind of messed up right now with all this fire being around here and, you know, all the PTSD, he just flails his staff towards the giant flaming tree, whimpering a little bit as he goes, and just hoping it's going to go away by casting an arcane lance at it. It's a pretty wild one, though.
You missed.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah,
Just barely.
that wild.
It just kind of zips right past the thing.
Amek doesn't seem to
And
care
onto the
right now.
trees. All right. Kenneth, it's your turn again.
Canis, you might
Okay.
want to run.
Yeah. Since I am not nearly as tanky as Niram, I would like to move back.
Okay.
Perhaps say back by a fire.
All right.
Hello.
Hello. Am I going to be able to pull the flame arrow trick too?
You sure?
Then I will try to burninate the hell out of them.
Okay. It can only be ignited once, though. Not that it matters to me, 8 points. All right, you hit. So roll your base damage.
Oh,
All right.
Ouch.
not so well.
He's got
Shut
a
up,
cold.
it's a typo. It's
Well-
his thick accent.
Okay, now roll 1d6 because you get to do the 1d6 extra fire damage.
Nice work.
Hell yeah.
So again, the arrow just kind of mostly glances off it, but the fire actually, blackens the side of its head.
We are not being nice to this thing.
It's
No.
being a dick.
Dude,
Okay,
it's a
so that's
giant
your turn.
tree that is out to kill us. There's
Near him.
no need to be nice to it. I am
Well,
suitably.
Emmett might actually know what it is, but he's a little preoccupied at the moment.
Yeah, all we know is it's a living tree and it's trying to kill us. Therefore, I am shouting Quinari battle cries at it, and despite it being on fire, I am leaping towards it with my sword.
Okay.
For the sake of roleplay, could you give us one of those battle cries?
No.
Come on.
If I knew words in Quinlad, I probably would, because, I was doing all the Sarabas crap the other time.
It's probably pretty similar to Klingon.
Probably. Kapla?
Kapla!
Kapla!
Kapla.
That wasn't Kapla enough.
I think it's
Well,
just
you
Kapla
hit
enough.
just barely.
Oh.
And generate a single stun point.
Woo!
Oh, man.
The tree is a patak.
Okay. Well, damage, and then,
Not too shabby.
I will skirmish it, slapping it with my shield, and pulling it away from my allies.
Alright. The magic of the shield of the ram shoves the thing back further.
Good job getting it closer to
Pretty
the
much.
rest of the flammable trees, by the way.
It's okay. There's no chance that anything bad will happen.
I've been drinking a lot. I can extinguish the tree momentarily.
I think that requires stunt points.
Alright, so
Blue hell, somebody get me another drink.
Sylvan's up. It can move. Okay, it can't get close to anybody else, so it moves around near him. Yeah, it's sort of like I mean, it's big enough to step over him, so it kind of does that.
I guess it's a good thing I skirmished.
Yeah. It bellows with fury, slashing it near him with its claws.
Damn!
Oh my!
God.
Not
Good.
good.
Oh,
Life just got bad for everyone.
I will see you all in Quinari heaven.
Alright, so first off, it hits near him
I think we got that.
for 17.
So
So 9 gets through.
Okay, one second, I got a phone call.
Good timing.
Alright, so we'll hold on until he gets back.
I'll take this time to explain the dice rolling system, which is apparently incomprehensible to a majority of my viewers.
So we're back to that intelligence part I mentioned
No,
earlier.
it's very simple. Here's what happens. You roll 3 dice, 2 of them are normal, and one of them is colored differently, called the dragon die. When you roll these 3 dice, you add them together, and then add whatever your rank in that ability is, and then you add more if you have a focus. So, for example, if you were rolling a basic melee attack, most weapons are strength based. So you're rolling 3d6, adding those together, and then adding whatever your strength is, and then if you have a focus, you would add another 2. So if you had like focused swords or heavy blades, and you had, yeah, if you had like heavy blades and you had 2 strength, you'd add 4 to whatever your roll was. And you need to know what each of those individual dice are, because we need to know if you rolled doubles, and you need to roll what the result on the dragon die itself is, because that determines degrees of success, and it determines how many stun points you get in the case you roll doubles. It determines your progress in extended tests.
So just to quickly expand on the idea of doubles here, I'm going to do some visual representation for the viewers here. So if we look at the Wild Sylvan's Claws attack roll here, you'll see that the Wild Sylvan rolled 3 6s. That's actually triples. We don't have to worry about the triples right now, because 2 of the dice had the same result. That's the important part here. If 2 dice, any 2 dice, so it could be these 2, or it could be the middle one and the dragon die, or the dragon die and the first one, whichever 2 dice roll the same numbers, that's doubles. So once you've seen that you've rolled doubles, then you need to look at the differently colored die result. Here it's a 6. That tells us how many stunt points we've gained. So these other 2 black die, they could be both 1s, and we would still end up with 6 stunt points, at least so long as the roll was a success. So you can only get stunt points if the roll was a success. If this Claw's attack roll had been 1, 1, 6, and it had not been high enough to attack Niram, then those doubles wouldn't matter, and they wouldn't get any stunt points because the roll wasn't a success in the first place. Now, the reason why I think some people get confused is because 6 plus 6 plus 6 is not 29, obviously. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18, so there is a plus 11 modifier going on here, and that would be a combination of the Wild Sylvan's strength, I believe, and focus. So it's probably got some huge-ass amount of strength. And that's how
it's got 9, and then claws is 2.
It's
Yeah,
displaying that
something like
strength
that.
all over my face at the moment.
Yes.
Yes,
So
it
that's how dice rolling works, and now Niram's back. The more you
If you
know.
have any further questions about how it works, buy the game. In fact, buy it anyway. It's a good game.
You can find it from Green Ronin Publishing.
And there's a free starter kit on their website.
Indeed.
Yep. All right, so Niram just got clawed.
What is it doing to my face again?
Savagely. Well, it clawed you for a bunch of damage. Now it has its stun points. All right, so first off, it lifts one leg and then stomps it hard on the ground. And now you're all going to regret Steve convincing me to make the thing larger. Because everyone who is within 6 yards of it, which is Cainith and Aresta
Looks like everyone.
and Amek, is knocked prone.
Oh, good.
Oh.
I assume that includes me too.
Yes, you're all knocked prone.
Nope, he hit you so hard you were back on your feet.
You bounced.
So that's
I bounced off the ground, yeah.
2 of its points. It then skirmishes itself 1 square, putting yep, and yep. Okay, and then suddenly roots burst up from the ground, like it reaches down and slams its hands into the ground, and then roots burst up from the earth, grabbing at Niram, Cainith, and Aresta.
I remember this attack. I hate it so much.
Go planet?
So all of you need to make, you each need to make an opposed test. We'll do them one at a time. So I think this is actually our first real opposed test that we've ever had to do.
We've done a couple where I've threatened a couple dudes or something.
Yeah, with persuasion and
that's true.
deception and stuff. But this is our first opposed combat test. Oh, wait,
That's
no, there's
true.
the threaten that you did. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So So we'll start with Niram. So roll me Dexterity Acrobatics.
I sadly do not have acrobatics.
So Dexterity. All right,
Yeah.
you have been grabbed. You cannot move, and suffer 1d6 penetrating damage.
Oh, it did Evil Dead us. That's awful.
Oh.
Yes, that's the die that you need to roll.
Yes.
Yeah. Smart ass.
Oh, he's smart enough with the DM. So yeah, you are prone and grabbed. Caneth. And don't forget to mark your icons as prone, please. Caneth, you are
Okay.
prone. The roots are grabbing at you. Please make me a Dexterity Acrobatics check if you have it. Okay, Caneth manages to avoid being grabbed.
Woohoo!
Rolls around on the ground enough.
Pretty much. Yeah, boy. And then Aresta, please make me a Dexterity. Okay. Aresta is also grabbed.
Fresh.
Taking 1 whole penetrating damage.
I'm kind of fat.
Just the tip there.
Aww. Well, that got unpleasant fast. Okay, so that is the Sylvan's turn. Aresta.
So the grab part just means no movement?
It means you cannot move, and it also means you're taking damage again.
Well, we're gonna
No, that'd be
stop
next
that.
turn. Sorry, that's next turn. Okay. So you are grabbed. Yeah, you can't move. It's trying to crush you, so you'll be taking damage every turn.
Does the
Okay.
Sylvan take damage every turn for being on fire?
Yes. Good point.
Just wondering.
No, it already took damage this turn.
Alright.
Or did it? Yeah, it'll take it on Aresta's turn. So when Aresta's finished, it'll take damage. Okay. Aresta.
Okay. So its main body is too far away for me to hit. Right? Hmm.
You can try to escape, but it takes a major action. And it's a target number 15 strength might test.
I am pretty strong, but I'm not going to escape yet.
Okay.
Which in turn kind of makes me wonder, what the hell can I do?
You can shoot it with an arrow.
Yeah.
Damn, I am pro if I can do that. I guess I'm pretty pro.
You have no penalties. You're held in place, but you can still like grab an arrow and knock it and toss it with a bow.
Being prone doesn't do a penalty?
No, being prone just makes it easier to hit.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna shoot it again because, you know.
Hang on. I think there's a penalty for being prone.
I think prone just is melee attackers get a +1 bonus.
Yeah, it just makes it easier to hit, as far as I know.
I think
Okay.
ranged attackers take a -1 penalty, but
Yeah. The point is, yeah, you have no penalty to hit from where you are. You hit? Were you putting the arrow in the fire?
I'm gonna go with no because I think that's a little too
Okay.
pro for Aresta.
Alright. Okay.
Take that 2 damage.
So 2 damage gets through.
Then the fire.
But then it takes 4 penetrating damage.
We're gonna nickel and dime it to death, guys.
Amik, you are on your butt.
Yeah, Amik's gonna get up and continue scooting backwards. It's you can move up to half your movement when you get up?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we can't do 3, so I guess 2 then.
Your speed is 6?
Yeah, I thought it was half of your Okay.
Right, you can move 6.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so that's where Amik is now, cowering under a tree.
Alright.
Amik, though, he can see that his friends are in a bad way.
They
So
are in peril.
he's a little conflicted, because on the one hand, he wants to run away really badly.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, he doesn't want his friends to get murdered by a tree.
Right.
Or, as he is increasingly aware, not so much a tree as a... Do I need to roll to recognize this thing?
Yeah, arcane lore.
Is that a minor action or a major action, or is it a free
It's
action?
a non-action.
Non-action, okay. Just a magic roll then.
Arcane lore, cunning. You are aware that it's a sylvan, that it is a tree possessed by a rage demon.
Good, demons, my specialty. Right, so, you know
In
what?
fact, as you think about that, now make me a magic check.
Okay,
Spirit focus if you have it.
just creation at the moment.
Okay. You feel a faint resonance from your pouch where you have the link of rage.
Ah, that one. Is that going to give me a bonus then?
It will, of a sort. It'll cost you less to use stun points against, basically to use stunts against it.
Right, yeah, it's
Magic
that one.
stunts.
Okay, right. So Amik is trying to think of the best way that he can help his friends. The first thing that comes to mind is to try and knock the tree on its ass. However, he quickly realizes the futility of this, as the tree is frickin' huge, and there's, only so much rock that he can get flying through the air at once. So his next best action would be to heal Niram.
Yeah.
Which is what he's going to do.
Okie dokie.
I wonder if this will work if I do it this way. It doesn't look like it. I'll do it this way then. Alright. I think that
You
worked.
succeed, you generate 4 stun points.
Just gonna quickly pull up my stunt point thing here. Let's see. So, again, the only thing that I can do here is... well, I could use fast casting, actually.
You could.
You know what? I'm going to go for it. Amik is going to be inspired by a sudden rush of courage pulled up from the depths of his being in an attempt to make up for mistakes he's made in his past involving fire. And is going to, after healing Niram, attempt to knock the tree on its butt, even though he knows it's most likely a futile attempt.
Okay, well, so resolve the heal first.
You're going to do it. Alrighty. Amik casts a heal spell and sends greenish healing energy rushing across the clearing towards Niram.
Power washes over near him.
The staff whips up, back, and around, and Amik shoves his hand angrily towards the flaming wild Sylvan, ripping the very bones of the earth up from the depths and sending them hurling towards the raging beast with all the might he can summon.
Does he also shout, "You shall not pass"?
No.
For no reason whatsoever.
Because it's not trying to pass him right now.
No. Okay. So make your check.
All right.
Nicely done. Sadly, you can't generate any more stun points.
Sadly.
Otherwise, it'd be like, I'm just gonna go ape shit and roll extra damage dice.
All right, so he has to roll Stamina Constitution, which I think he's got plenty of, versus my spell power, which is
What's your spell power?
currently 15 due to the spell wisps +1. So yeah, hardly matters. I had a feeling.
1d6 penetrating.
Yeah. Good job, Amek.
Good hustle.
So the Sylvan staggers as the rock slams into it, and sort of turns to look right at Amek. At which point Amek feels quite distinctly the sensation of branches grabbing at him.
Oh dear.
Kenneth, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to unprone myself. Thank you very much.
Okay. You can get unprone, but you can't move. Oh, yes, you can. Right, you're not grabbed. You're fine.
Right.
Do as you like.
Clear state or click prone again?
Click prone
Click
again.
prone
Don't clear. Do not clear state.
Okay. All right.
So are you moving as part of that, or just getting up?
Yeah, I'm gonna get another step back.
Okay.
Because that way I'll still have the fire nearby for the arrows to get my shooting on. All right, and I did not reload, or I reloaded so I could attack last turn. So
Right, you would need to. Now, I guess
Yeah.
you would have wanted to not move, actually, if you wanted to shoot him.
either way, I'm next to the fire.
Okay, so you're still there and prone.
And prone? Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, because that would be the 2 actions.
that would
Damn.
be a move action.
All right, reproned.
So you're using your miner to reload.
Yeah, stick it in the fire
Okay.
and then go.
Okay.
Perhaps not my most brilliant action, considering how close he is, but
You hit. No stun points. Okay.
and then 1d6 for the extra fire.
Yep. Poof. Sylvan howls in fury. Near him. There are roots trying to squeeze you to death.
That's alarming. Well, I think I shall. It's a strength might to break free, right?
Yep.
As a major.
It's a major action.
Then I will do that.
Well, you don't really have any alternatives.
Yeah, I will attempt to do it. Yeah.
Yep.
Boom.
You break free. With bulging thews, the Kunari forces his way out.
Branches everywhere. Some in unpleasant places.
Yeah, you're still prone.
Yeah, minor, I'm going to unprone myself and move closer to it.
Okay.
And that's all I got.
All right.
In my mind, Nero will be launching himself towards this Sylvan, like, totally 300 style.
Okay, so it's the Sylvan's turn. So So, Aresta, it's crushing you. You take 6 penetrating damage.
Aw.
And there's a tree trying very hard to kill Aresta.
Maybe someone could save me.
Now it's Sylvan's actual actions. There's Niram right there. So it's going to claw at him. Damn.
Right in the meal ticket.
Right neat. So it generates. Jesus Christ.
It hates me. It did not like my initial barrage of blades there.
No, it really didn't. What can I do with all those stun points? It's going to spend all 5 of those stun points
Fuck.
on lethal blow.
I knew it's exactly what you were going to say.
So it's 46 plus 9 damage.
I'm going to just put those HPs back.
Well, now they're going to be all over the place. Boom!
All of my blood.
So you take 20 damage.
Jesus.
Yeah, the Niram like breaks free and leaps at the Sylvan. The Sylvan whips around and slashes at him with its claws, sending blood flying everywhere.
I think my eye patch spins around and lands on the other eye.
It's a mess. Aresta.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to break out of this. This isn't working for Aresta.
Okay. So it's a major action. You do not break free.
3 strength my ass. Well, that's my turn. Next.
Well, are you trying to do anything with your minor?
What can I do, really?
You can reload. Knock an arrow.
I thought quick reflexes would let me do that.
Oh, you have quick reflexes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, then, yeah, I don't know.
Well,
Not a wealth of options.
I'll reload anyway.
Actually, you can stand up.
You can
But I'm
feel
all
shame
grappled.
as a minor action.
You can't move from that square, but you can still technically stand up.
Oh, well. Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So just remove your thing, use it, and then... No, it doesn't burn that much this turn.
That's a shame.
It's a bad... This is a dark time for our heroes. Emic, you just watched the Sylvan just about cut Niram in half.
Yeah.
He halfway murdered me.
Yeah, so you can probably imagine what my action this turn is going to be.
Kill it.
Arcane Lance?
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. And do a whole, 5 damage to it. And then it will lose all of its damage to its armor. Right, so... Emic isn't liking these trees tickling his booty. So... Oh, nice blood splatter.
Oh. Yes. Not very big, though.
Yeah. Right, so Emic is just going to pick his jaw up off the floor.
You want a big...
And cast another healing spell at Niram.
There you go.
Hoarsely shouting... Oh, come on.
Well, that is appropriate to Dragon Age.
We paid for blood.
Hoarsely shouting, "Maybe try pushing it into the fire," and wincing as he says so.
Okay.
Well,
Nice.
so I got some
Damn.
more healing stun points.
Yep.
I'm just going to use that to reduce the cost of the spell.
Okay.
And make another mediocre roll.
Average. Average.
It's better than nothing.
That it is. So it's your round?
Yeah, that's me all over.
Kenneth.
Okay. Wow, I alt-tab for like 2 seconds, and then there's blood everywhere.
Don't put the blood on
Oh,
me.
the blood went away. The
I
blood
found it
slid
distracting.
away. Oh. Nick the arrow into the
That's
fire
still
one more
some.
time and see if I can finish it off.
Okay.
Sorry, it's got 800 hit points.
No.
You hit.
I'm going to run out of arrows before it runs out of life.
Oh yeah, that's right. So the arrow hits pretty solidly, and the flames burn, causing the thing to roar almost uncertainly as it staggers a bit, turning away from Niram. Niram!
Alright.
As if on cue.
This thing practically killed me, so I'm going to take a minor action to aim.
Okay.
And then bloody murder this whole thing.
Alright.
Or sap, leave, never mind. No stun points last.
You hit.
Now, this is going to be a totally badass, execution scene where you, run up the back and then, Niram, jams his sword into its face.
I don't know if it's going to be as great as we thought.
No. Oh.
Okay. So Niram, fresh off of nearly being gutted, rushes at the beast. It's distracted by Cainith's flaming arrow. He slams his shield into it, shoving the creature back a few steps, and then is able to stab into the side of its head, once and then again, getting more purchase each time. As actually red sap like blood starts to stream down the blade. And he just sort of keeps just brutalizing it as it staggers and falls and drops, finally letting out a last pained sigh before the demon animating it is forced to return to the Fade.
Either Jared is really, really good at coming up with horrible executions on the fly, or he was thinking about that the whole time.
I just wanted to do the opposite of what you said because that would have given it away to everyone already.
Mm.
But yeah, so Niram just goes ape shit on it.
Whew.
Killing it at last.
I will stand back up.
This releases when it dies, Arrest is no longer grappled.
Hello.
I'll just stay over here until there's less fire there, if you don't mind.
Yeah, oh yeah, and it is on fire still, burning.
Kind of hope the rest of the forest isn't like this.
Does anybody have any marshmallows?
A
The
what?
fog doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
What's a
and
marshmallow?
It's still cold and it's very quiet. except for the occasional brush of a branch against Imek's back and head.
At least he doesn't have much hair for it to get tangled in.
You'd almost think it was the wind, except it's not windy.
Yeah, it's good. That's great.
Just gently petting him.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
And there's almost like in the depth of the quiet, there's almost like a whisper you can't quite make out.
Is it a magic whisper that I can make out with wizard ears?
It's definitely unnatural.
Oh, good.
And the dogs are barking more loudly than before.
Let's get this black-tailed guy and get the hell out of this forest forever.
Okay.
A wise idea. Can we take a breather?
Yeah, we should probably do
Yes.
that. And I'm going to cut the episode here. So until the next time, all the best.